Believe it or not, this is the first recipe I learned how to cook as a teenager. Yes, Nigerian yam porridge. And basically, yam porridge is a delicious Nigerian yam dish that is cooked in a well-seasoned pepper and tomato mix. And this recipe is packed with delicious chunks of mackerel fish. Now, there are various ways you can make this dish, but today I'm going to be sharing with you how I love to cook Nigerian yam porridge. As always, the full list of ingredients will be in the description box down below, so you can check that out much later. Now, the traditional way to cook Nigerian yam porridge is to use smoked fish or dried fish, but today we're going to be using fresh mackerel fish because that's how my family enjoys it, and I'm sure you would love it too. As you can see, I already went ahead to peel the yam, slice it and cut them into small cubes just like this, so I don't waste too much of your time. To begin cooking, I'll pour my mackerel fish into a pot. Then I'll add some chopped onions, curry powder, dried thyme, 1 seasoning cube and some salt. Just season your fish with your favorite spices, then add some water, cover and let it cook. Now that my fish is completely cooked, I'll take them off the heat. I'll let them cool down, and once they are completely cool, I'm just going to debone them. And for the stock, we are going to set it aside for later. Now to start cooking our base for the yam porridge, I'm going to pour in some palm oil. Then I'll add a little bit of vegetable oil. This is actually optional. You can make use of palm oil alone. And once that has heated up, I'll pour in some chopped onions. Then I'll stir and let this fry on medium to low heat for about 2 minutes. After about 2 minutes of frying my onions, I'll add some tomato paste, stir and let this fry on medium to low heat for about 4 to 5 minutes. And while that is going, I'm just going to keep stirring so it doesn't get burnt. Next, I'm going to be adding some tomato and pepper mix, and I'll stir and let this fry for about 6 to 7 minutes on medium heat. And now if you're still watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit the like button. This lets the algorithm know that you found the video helpful, and subsequently it recommends it to other viewers just like you. Also, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so you don't miss any of my amazing recipes. Now at this point, this has been frying for a couple of minutes. I'm just going to give it a quick stir so it doesn't get burnt. Next, to season our porridge base, I'm going to be adding some crayfish powder, 1 seasoning cube and a little bit of salt. And all I have to do is to stir everything to combine. Then I'll give it about 2 minutes for the flavors to come together. Now at this point, you can see that our base is looking so vibrant. It's well seasoned and it is well cooked. And this is the point where we're going to be adding our yam cubes. So it's best to cut your yam this way so that they cook faster and the sauce can easily penetrate, and it also makes it easier for you to stir. Once everything is well combined, I'm going to pour in my fish stock, but without the particles. Now doing this is actually optional, but I just love to sieve out the particles from any stock that I use to cook, whether chicken, beef or fish stock. And once that is all done, I'm going to stir everything to combine, add some water, cover and just let the yam cook until it is soft and tender. Now the amount of water you're going to add depends on how soupy you want your yam porridge to turn out. If you don't want it to be too soupy, then you add less water, but I love mine really soupy. Halfway through the cooking, I'm just going to stir everything to combine, and this is just going to make sure that the sauce thickens and also breaks up some of the yam cubes. Now once I'm all done stirring, I'll cover until the yam is soft and tender. Next, I'm going to be adding my deboned mackerel fish. Now, I always like my fish a little bit chunky in my yam porridge. You can also mash them if that's what you prefer. And the next thing I'm going to do is to stir everything to combine. And at this point, you can see that our yam porridge is almost done and it's already looking so good. So at this point, I'm going to be adding a little bit of salt because I figured it needed some more salt, and I'll also stir that to combine. As you can see guys, our porridge is coming together really nicely, but last but not least, I'm going to be adding some finely chopped spinach. Now for the vegetables, you can use any vegetable of choice, but I prefer to use spinach. And all I have to do now is to stir everything to make sure it is really combined, and I'll simmer on low heat for about 1 to 2 minutes, and we are all done. Our delicious Nigerian yam porridge is ready to be served. Now this recipe is perfect for breakfast, lunch or dinner, and I hope you'll give it a try, and I promise you're really going to enjoy it. And that's it for today's recipe guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please let me know by hitting the like button and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, because I really love you to join this growing family. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.